that sucked. This team is terrible. The New Orleans Saints are a bad football team. That's a fact. We all knew they were going to be bad. And we knew that rebuilding was going to be tough. And for what it's worth, this is not a one-year thing. This is not a two-year thing. This is a clearly 3-year rebuild that we are facing. And unfortunately, understanding that this is a rebuild doesn't make it any better. Spencer Rattler got benched. Tyler Shough started. Saints got wiped. Didn't find the red zone until the final 10 seconds of the ballgame. Who should start, man? I don't know. I honestly, I think you could put Drew Brees back there and he wouldn't have a chance. I really do. You could take prime Brees and he would not stand a chance. I want you guys to let me know who you think should start, Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shough. Just type their initials in the chat. I mean, it's very split in my live chat right now, but neither player really impressed me. Neither player really got me jazzed. Neither player really made me feel like that guy is somebody I have confidence in. Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shough, when you look at them side by side, I'm not going to sit here and say that it was all on the quarterbacks because today there was an egregious drop issue again. Penalties were nonstop. Like, this team sucks. That's all you can say. This team is bad. The New Orleans Saints are a dumpster fire. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say we're at rock bottom because we're not, but it certainly feels like you're pretty close to it. I'm going to be honest. Rattler threw an interception. Shough threw an interception. We have a photo of Shough's interception. For what it's worth, like, shouldn't have been a pick. Should have been a catch. And it's not that it was ruled it was poorly officiated. But look at that. Like, that ball is in Olave's hands. And would you believe him? I told you that the Buccaneers took over the next play. Like that play right there. Like, the ball's right here. And it was an interception. Like, how does that even happen? We had a holding on the defensive line on a run up the middle. Maybe I'm a dumb brain human being. Maybe I have a smooth brain as a football fan. How does that happen? Like, this team is just inventing ways to unload the clip and shoot themselves in the foot. Any opportunity they get. They are addicted to self-inflicted wounds. They cannot help themselves from screwing themselves over chance after chance after chance after chance. The Bucs are a good football team. I don't want to take anything away from them. The Saints are a bad football team. I don't want to make excuses. But overall, like, I thought you played a halfway decent game. First half was pretty good. Like, I got to give a lot of credit to the Saints defense. They played great in the first half. Wasn't it 7-3 going into half? It was 7-3 or 10-3. Point being, this game was still very, very much so in reach. And then the second half started and you blew it up. And I'm not even going to blame the offense or the defense for that. Because the offense actually threw a pick six at the beginning of the game. The offense for New Orleans couldn't get into enemy territory at all. It was a joke, man. This team needs so much help. They need so many new players. They need so many fixes. The O-line's bad. The receivers are bad. The tight end sucks. Your quarterbacks suck. There's just simply not a lot about this team that's really exciting. I'm just going to say it. There's no dogs. There's no dudes. There's nobody on this roster that will take over the game at any point, at least on the offensive side of football. Defense, again, I think they played fine. Chase Young, multiple sacks today. Quincy Riley, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alontae Taylor, all thought had decent games. It's your first divisional matchup. It's Kellen Moore's first divisional matchup, and you got bullied. They shoved you in a locker. They gave you a swirly. They took your lunch money and took your girlfriend. Hope you had fun with that one. Saints fans, this is a bad season. And honestly, like, I'm not even going to sit here and try to tell you that supporting the Saints is a good idea because it's just simply not. But I do have a fun thing. Like, I have this chair at home. I want to say something really quick. TMI. I have one of these. When I get home, I'm going to fart in it because this team stinks. And somehow, some way, my My farty chair is gonna smell better than the Saints play football. Crazy concept, I know. I had to pay full price, but you don't have to. Chatsports.com/Saints chair. You can get it for less than $50. It was $70. You can get it for less than $50. Click the link in the comments and description of this video. Saints history was made today. NFL history, actually. Fun fact, Alvin Kamara becomes one of 5 running backs in the history of the National Football League to eclipse 600 total career receptions. One of one, man. He's a legend. Alvin Kamara finding ways to contribute, finding ways to create all of the value he can as a player, over 30 years old. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's amazing. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's terrible. My point being, this is a pretty cool milestone. It really is. So shout out to AK. Want to give him some love. Hit the thumbs up icon. Show some love in the comments. That was kind of one of the few bright spots of today's game. Chris Olave, 8 catches, 63 yards. Got a little shaken up, but was able to get back on the field. No problem whatsoever. I don't know if the trade value got helped today. I think it actually got tanked a little bit. I think that the trade value as a whole tanked for Chris Olave and for Rachaad Shaheed. We do know the Saints are working on an extension with Olave. I think that that's something that you should be slow playing with him, unless he's willing to take a cheap deal right now. Rachaad Shaheed, player that might get dealt. A lot of rumors around him. Had a good game. Had a lot of drops. Had a couple bad plays there. Targeted 12 times today. Fumbled the ball. Had some uncharacteristic moments. I just don't know what to say. This team sucks, man. This team is bad. Juwan Johnson sucks. I'm so tired of my tight end focused more about being more focused on his TikToks than actually catching footballs. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we paying Juwan Johnson the kind of money that he's getting right now? 5 catches on 8 targets, 53 yards. It's a joke. Chase Young, I would say, is the MVP of the day. 4 tackles, 1 for loss, 1.5 sacks. Had a multiple sack game. Had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. 2 QB hits. I mean, like, this is what you're paying Chase Young to do. $17 million a year for this is something that I can get on board with. If we get this type of Chase Young the rest of the season, I like that contract. Spent a lot of time to get on the field, but now that he's on the field, his impact is definitely felt. Got to give a lot of love to number 99. He has been playing some good football. Kool-Aid McKinstry, like I said earlier, had a pretty solid day. A lot of pass breakups. He was targeted a handful of times early on. Baker Mayfield stopped targeting him pretty quickly after a couple great plays. Almost had an interception in the end zone. Would have been awesome. Unfortunately, wasn't able to come up with it. But all in all, I think that he's getting better. I think that he started off the season slow, and he's starting to really find his groove. Kellen Moore right now saying, Lopez, if you want to go full screen real quick, Kellen Moore's talking to media. Got some quotes that I want to share with you guys. What prompted the change from Rattler to Shough? I just felt like we were close, but we weren't getting it going. He said that he wanted to create a better spark and create urgency to play better football. I don't disagree with that. I think it's a good decision in terms of saying, you want to be on the field, you play good football. You play bad football, your ass is on the bench. I don't think that that's a bad standard to set right now. Kellen Moore also saying, I got to find a solution to produce at a higher level. He has to find the components and pieces to be able to do that. Some of that is play calling. Some of that is roster management. Some of that is situational awareness. A lot of that is just cleaning up mistakes, simple mistakes. And it's really, really frustrating because you can't point to one thing. You just can't. Drop issues, bad blocking, bad awareness, penalties. There's so many problems, man. That's just to name a few of them. There's so many more. And my final thoughts here before we finish off this show. That number 1 overall pick is going to be looking real nice. I'm just going to say that right now. You have a chance here to do something pretty big for your franchise, whether that's drafting a quarterback number 1, number 2 overall, whether that's trading back to get more draft capital so that way you can attack the next couple of drafts. You have an opportunity over the next few months, and I'm somebody who likes to always try to look for the positives in life and try to find the positives in everything. There's not a lot coming out of this game, but spin zone here, I will give you one. keep losing. You have the number 1 overall pick, and you get to do whatever the hell you want. You get to do whatever you want with that pick. And when you have the number 1 overall pick, the offseason gets a lot of fun, and we're not going anywhere. I mean, I don't know how you could give this game anything less than a D or anything more than a D. I will say defense, I will give a B. Thought they were good. I wish they would have had a turnover, like forced a turnover in terms of a fumble or excuse me. I wish they would have done more in terms of forcing turnovers because I'm a greedy son of a gun. But I thought that they were solid. B for the defense, in my opinion. They only gave up 2 touchdowns, right? 2 offensive touchdowns. I mean, shoot, might have to change it to an A. The defense, or the offense, though. If I could give them a Z, I would. Scores around the league, not a good day for the NFC South. Excuse me. We can take a second to laugh here. The NFL Falcons are paying Kirk Cousins $40 million a year right now, this season, to be their backup quarterback. He starts, and they lose at home to the Miami Dolphins. Garbage team. The Bills dismantle the Panthers. The Jets get their first win of the season. Right now, it's Jets at the first overall pick, Saints at the second overall pick. No, it's not it. We're looking at it. Saints have the number 1 overall pick. Jets at 2, Titans at 3, Browns at 4. Back half of the season, we're getting the toilet bowl, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a lot of fun. Other scores around the league, in case you guys didn't see it, the Patriots absolutely slaughtered the Browns. The Eagles took down the Giants. Cam Scatterbo had a very bad injury there. Seems to be season ending. Texans going to win over the 49ers, and the Colts just keep on winning. I don't know what's going on in Indianapolis, man, but I can tell you right now. Jonathan Taylor, by the way, 3 touchdowns. Again, by the way, this is not the first time he's done them. Again, this season, 3 touchdowns. The Saints scored 3 points. Make sure you subscribe. Good, bad, or ugly. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be live tomorrow on Monday. We're going to have Overreaction Monday go out. We're going to be doing mock draft. We're going to be talking about trades. A lot of reports coming out around Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. Brandon Cooks is now a player that is starting to get some trade buzz as well. A lot of things are going to happen here in the near future, so don't forget to subscribe. Don't miss out on anything. Turn on your notifications. This game sucks, man. Y'all stay golden. See you next time.